Alright, here is my Mercedes ML350. It had a water leaking from the exhaust and inside by the heater core, and it was building up pressure always inside the water tank. So yesterday was the day I flushed it, and I let the car sit overnight to get nice and cold for this morning. I just put in the 2 bottles of SteelSeal. They're empty now. I just put them both in and topped it off with water, as you can see, to that level. The engine is cold. I haven't started it. I'm going to start it up and let's see what's going to happen. Okay, here we go. Oh, better use the right key. Degrees out, and that's what temperature the engine was. So yesterday the problem was I couldn't get the temperature down cool enough. It was, you know, after I flushed it, it stayed warm like all day. So I wanted to, you know, the direction said pour it into a cold engine. So that's what I did. I made sure it was cold by letting it sit overnight. And right here I would see bubbles yesterday. Nothing right now. I've got my clamp on here to simulate a thermostat. I don't know if it's gonna work or not. Oh, let me make sure my heater's on. Heater's on. We'll turn the fan up a little more. But the reason I want you to have the heater on full is because some cars get real hot when they're idling, and this car was the opposite. It wasn't hot at all. Let's check the exhaust now. Well, there's no water coming out of it, but yesterday when I checked it when it was cold, the water didn't really start till it warmed up. But you know, there was a big puddle here yesterday, so let's see. We're gonna let it run and warm up as per the instructions. And you know, one of my main reasons for doing this was, you know, I didn't mind that the engine was losing a little bit of water out the tailpipe, but I couldn't use my heater. I had my heater cord disconnected. So now, this is why I noticed yesterday that when there was no restriction for the water flow, as in a thermostat, the heater core never got warmed up. So when I put this clamp on here, on the hose coming to the top of the radiator, once I put that clamp on, I was able to get good heat out of the heater core yesterday using the flush. So I wanted to make sure that got flushed out too. So everything got flushed. Now today is the day of reckoning. Also, the other day in the morning when I would start it, I would kind of feel a slight flutter in the motor, and I could even hear misfires. Today I'm not hearing that. Let's go ahead I know they say to put the cap on. Maybe I can put the cap on now. Alright, let's do that. Put the cap on. Water part's looking good so far. No leaks underneath. Sand is dry. So there's bubbles. Let's check the engine temperature here. 22, nice. Okay. Let's check the water temperature. 101. Okay. Let's see if we're getting any heat. Oh yeah. We're getting some heat out of the heater core. So I know it's the stuff is flowing through the system. See? Aha. We see the telltale water now coming out of the exhaust pipe. Okay. That's what it was doing yesterday. So we want to see if this stuff's going to seal the leak. We got to get it hot and then let it cool down. So once it gets to operating temperature, we're supposed to let it run for 30 more minutes and then let it cool down. So here we go. Okay, I'll come back to this once it's warmed up, although it should warm up pretty quick with that clamp on there. I'm getting some nice heat out of the heater core, which I appreciate. I didn't see any drippage out of here yesterday. I don't expect to see any today. Maybe it was so minor that really didn't want to drip. Let me pull this out. Oh God, really? It's stuck in there. Oh, there we go. And it's dry under there. See, this is where it leaked before when it was leaking. So maybe I'll put a paper towel there and see if it gets wet. Oh, let's see, where's my paper towels? My fluid has changed a little bit because still a tiny bit of antifreeze in there. You know, how many times are you gonna flush it out? And anyway, get some paper towel. Sorry about that. Paper towel and stuff it up in there. Alright. Okay. That stuffed in there. I don't think I need this. I thought I was gonna have like a waterfall or something. Apparently not. Very good. You know, I hate to do this thing with pressure because I used to always have too much pressure in the system. But, okay, I'm going to leave it loose for now. It really doesn't matter. That stuff will do its job. I don't know. Just pressurize it. Let's see. temperature again. 149. Alright. 25 there. Keep it to 185. And let's check the back again. And see, now we're seeing, I don't know if you can see it. Get this way. A little bit of smoke coming out and the water dripping out still slowly. A little bit of steam coming out with it. See it. Very slight amount of steam. Nothing underneath. Alright, what's my temperature? Okay, it's got to get around 80 or over to be fully warmed up. Got my heater on max. With the fan not real high, I just want to, I'm feeling, it's warm. Got warm air. Well, I'll be so glad if my heater works and don't leak. And if the engine don't leak either, that would be really good. Come on, warming up. Come on, warm it up. I think last time I gave it some gas to make it. It also makes the water circulate better through everything. I'm getting good heat, that's for sure. Yeah, I got the heater blowing a lot more. Low temp. Keep in mind there's no thermostat in there, that's why I got the clamp on the hose. Alright, let's raise it up some more. It is a cold morning. Maybe that's why the temperature doesn't want to go up very high. Could be. Let's try a little higher. 1500 RPMs is nothing. Still just below 80, doesn't want to seem to climb above 80. It's staying below 80, which quite different from yesterday. Yesterday it climbed right up over 80, like really quick. Okay, now we see some bubbles. Stop. Thank you, bud. I saw the bubbles. It was pretty prominent there. Alright, let's check temperature. 167. 145. Well, let's try here. Try the heater for it. 11. 22. 5. 149. That's good. So we had 185 yesterday. So, okay, I got 180 at the motor now. Okay, so it's almost at operating temperature. Oh yeah, see now we see it's at like almost at the 80 mark. That's where it should be. Alright. Take the tailpipe. It's still dripping. But it's dripping less, it seems like. Before it was a constant drip. Well, still got some water there. Seems like it was dripping faster before. It seems to be slowing down. And we just barely got to operating temperature. And the drip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, like one drop every 10 seconds. And there's less, visibly less smoke coming out the exhaust. There's visibly less water vapor coming out the exhaust. And okay, now it's dripping a little more. I don't know. Okay, well, we just started into our 30 minutes now. We had 80. Okay, we're at 80. We got nice hot temperature in the car. It's quarter to 11. So it's just 30 minutes. Went up to 30 minutes. No bubbles. Minutes like this. Okay, let the pressure off. Now we get some bubbling. I don't know what that's all about. Pressure equalization, maybe? Alright. Let's seal it. It's supposed to be a sealed system, I think. My water level's a little bit lower. It could have been just air in the system. Or it could have been that water's leaking out. I don't know. But, pretty calm on the bubbling side. Check the engine temperature again. 188. Okay, we have reached operating temperature. That's a good sign. Guess we're just gonna wait a half an hour now. Oh yeah, see now it's above, finally above 80 slightly. Okay, and now we got good heat in here. Yeah, and I got the heater fan, the heater going more. And it's toasty warm in here now for sure. Okay, it's 10:48. Pretty close to what the clock on the wall said. Okay, we're not gonna hang out here for a half an hour. We'll continue this in half an hour.